Let's look at some
Creator
shots. The creator
for the fifth time on this show.
fifth
Shot
time.
Spot special.
Yeah, this will be the
Whenever we
last
got
time, maybe. This is
maybe
just an
that'll come back.
overall. Nobody else had anything, so I just grabbed some because I think visually this is like my favorite movie visually for like the last like few
Yeah, it
years.
is really pretty.
Just everything about it is so pretty. I love how concept arty that like a lot of it feels like. A lot of the stills, if you just scroll through shot deck, just feel straight up like concept art. But then you watch the movie and it plays out and it works just really well. And then also just all the digital, like the cyborg human people, like just the fact that they did that on like all the people that it's just so well done that you just don't even think about it.
Hmm.
This show
Yeah.
really is like, it really is like what Star Wars would have looked like if people didn't like jerk off to the original looks to such a degree. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like,
Are you saying that Star Wars should have elevated and changed
I'm saying
its
like, yeah, like Star
design?
Wars kind of got like, well, they got stuck in a rut of doing prequels for a while. So that means they had to design things that were going to look like bad models from the 80s, right? Just big, blocky, like old school models.
Which I don't hate. That's still a
But
cool look, I think.
I
Wait,
think it's
like,
cool. I think it's cool.
And if anything,
But
I
at
think
the
they
same time,
changed
I
the
wish it
designs.
was
Like
just
all the
like
Naboo
stick
starfighters
with
are
it.
completely sleek and different compared to the
But they still
original
kind of
trilogy.
look like Naboo starfighters, you know, like you know what I mean.
And
Like,
the original trilogy? No, nothing look.
are
There's
you
nothing
kidding?
that looks
All
like
of
it.
the Empire shit looks no. What are you talking about? All the Empire shit looks like it's like 20
Yeah,
years,
the
30
Star
years
Destroyers, because
before.
that's what the Star
Of
Destroyers were
course.
based on. But
what
no,
shape would you like, Calvin? Instead, what is a modernized different shape that you would be looking
That's what I'm saying. This movie kind of feels like it. It still has like a bit of the groundedness, and isn't just like ultra crazy sci-fi.
Because I still kind of put this in the realm of like Star Wars looking a little
Yeah.
bit with the chips. I
No,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Star Wars a little bit because it has kind of like that like blocky industrial look for a lot of its stuff. Um,
brutalist ship.
yeah, I guess you call it brutalists.
Like
I
sci-fi
guess so. Yeah,
brutalism.
yeah. But it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've looked at Star Wars stuff too much.
Mm.
I'm slightly sick of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you should definitely watch this movie, Calvin.
You would
I've
like
been meaning to.
It's on
Just
the
don't watch
I think Disney Plus.
it's
You have
all
that.
it's all on the
I should
places.
watch it.
Yep,
Probably on discount too.
probably.
Listen, if there's not a slime character,
Yeah, stuff is not
Oh my
animated.
God.
I quickly posted some random screenshots from Electric State because I kind of want to talk about this in
Okay,
general.
I haven't.
yeah, go for it.
is this out?
It is. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
I haven't
But it's
I'm about
terrible.
halfway through it. So
I haven't seen. I just kind of. Oh, you're halfway through it. I want to hear. Are there any shots that are like okay in
a
there
lot
that
of
kind
them.
of get you
A
excited?
lot of it looks
Yeah.
really like nice
'Cause
and well done, and there's a couple like really pretty ones.
Nice. I would assume so. I would hope so.
Yeah, at the very
It's a
least, the
shame that
movie
nothing else.
looks good. I think.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen that looks really pretty.
Yeah, which I think makes the movie all that more
It helps.
No,
Yeah,
it makes
if it wasn't, it
more
would get even
disappointing because
more
it looks so cool and like what it's
Yeah.
based on, like the original art is so cool and pretty.
Yeah.
And then it's like I feel like even the story of it is it's like the world is cool of how they've done it. I don't know if there's the original artist Colton like has like written out lore to his world or anything, or if they've made it.
See, I mean, he kind of does with the actual books themselves. They're more of like a video, like a not a visual novel, but
Mm,
they,
gotcha.
yeah, there's some thought behind it. That's not
Yeah.
just a picture book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like
I think,
I don't know
yeah.
if it's the same in the movie, but like the world and stuff is cool, like how stuff unfolds and like how it gets you up to date with like the current state of the world and like robots and humans and stuff. But then
Yeah.
like the main two characters, it's just like the Marvel kind of goofiness where it feels so like detached from like kind of like this grim like dystopian like future, and then it's just filled with like just
I feel like
constant
that's all
goofiness.
Guardians of the Galaxy's fault, kind of.
And Ragnarok too, which
And
I
Ragnarok.
I
well,
think
Ragnarok was because of Guardians as well.
yeah,
I mean,
but I don't think those are bad movies. I think those work for that.
no,
Those were good, yeah. But then like everyone was like, "Oh, look, we can make them kind of funny."
Yeah,
Wasn't the first Avengers kind of like the big moment for that like comedy in these
It definitely started. I think.
four Guardians. Yeah,
I feel like
think
that
Guardians
had
is a huge step up.
yeah, like
I know.
fun.
Obviously, Guardians was, but like that was.
I feel like Avengers was like quips and like sarcasm, whereas after like Guardians and Thor, it was kind of like goofy.
Guardians and Thor was like jokes.
like full of goof.
You know what I mean? Like Guardians
Yeah.
and Thor was like full on jokes. Where like Avengers, Steve would say something kind of funny, and then Iron Man was Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like he was just kind of sarcastic and
Okay, I see
whatever.
What
And the Guardians
talking
and
about?
Thor were like actual jokes, like just full on lol. It's Matt Damon. You know,
Right.
to be specific. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. The criticism I heard about this movie is that it's an analogy for racism, where the robots are actually bad. So like it starts out kind of weird, where it's like, oh, okay, we
Don't
get it.
spoil.
Like, well, that's that's like the tagline of the movie. You figure that early on, but it's like, oh, but they're actually bad. So it's kind of weird, a little bit of an Attack on Titan fucking gamer moment, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll have to finish the movie before I completely say my thoughts on it.
I think I'll watch it.
There's a lot of dialogue that's just like,
It looks pretty.
okay, yeah, I guess a person might say that. Like, okay.
Yes, Chris Pratt has referenced something from the '90s or early 2000s.
I
Very,
saw,
Yeah.
I
That's
saw that
so
one
funny.
trailer where he said something about like I don't want to die to this song. I just like, my eyes broke.
Oh, really?
The video I watched criticizing it had like a couple back-to-back different things he was saying, and it's just him referencing a very specific product or show from
Yeah.
like the '90s or early 2000s, and it's like, oh,
I blame
God, okay.
Family Guy for that, honestly, because that was been their
Well,
whole shtick.
to be fair, his
Family
character
Guy
is
is
like, is he's smuggling stuff, so he's got like a hoard of like a bunch of like collectibles from the '90s and stuff, and he's run out of food, and someone
Yeah,
told him
but, like,
just
I
eat
feel like-
these, and it's like I'm not gonna eat these whatever reference thing because they're
Yeah.
like a collectible or whatever.
But here's the thing: I don't think he's a collectible because they're like, this is a good idea for the character. They're doing that so they can be like, pop culture. The millennials will like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no,
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah,
I didn't think
it could also be that they're
Purely...
sponsoring them too. That could be another thing.
I don't think they're gonna sponsor a product that's fucking 30 years old.
I'm just saying this is.
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
yeah,
this is what happened.
that's how
with Disney.
Coca-Cola got big. Was they promoted themselves in every
Yeah, but they
fucking
were
movie.
promoting like a brand that's been dead for 30 years.
Oh, okay. Then I haven't watched it. Or yeah, what what's a good
Yeah,
example?
they're not talking about Roblox and Minecraft, bro. Yeah, no.
That's what happens when you don't make a film about popular
Yeah.
things on Gen Z platforms. You know, that's what happens.
Okay, that's Shot Spot, everybody.
Okay. God.
Tell us what you
First,
think of
talk about
Electric
TikTok.
State.